My name is Amy Downs. I teach 5th and 6th graders in a multi-age classroom at Global Learning Charter School. I live in Visalia, which is located in the heart of the agricultural region of Central California. This is my capstone project for the National Geographic Educator Certification, and it is based on a species that is invasive to the United States called the Asian citrus psyllid. This tiny bug is causing big problems. It feeds on the leaves of citrus trees. If it is carrying a bacterium called Huanglongbing disease, it will infect the tree, causing it to produce bitter, misshaped, inedible fruit. The tree will die in about 5 years. As stated by the UC Riverside Center for Invasive Species Research, it is the most destructive citrus disease worldwide. We launched our learning activities by looking at how advancements in air transportation and marine traffic has connected us globally. Looking at the global scale of this invasive species, my students worked in collaborative groups using National Geographic World tabletop maps. We compared the spread of the disease from 2007 to 2017. We discussed how it originated in Asia and spread through the Middle East, Africa, South America, and Mexico. The disease and the psyllid have devastated the citrus production in Florida since 2005. And it is also in many other states, including Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. The Asian citrus psyllid was first discovered in San Diego, California in 2008 on a yellow sticky card like this one on a backyard citrus tree. In 2012, Huanglongbing disease was discovered on a backyard citrus tree in Southern California that had a branch from budwood that was smuggled in from China. Using regional and local scales, my class used National Geographic tabletop California maps to illustrate the local commercial groves. We learned how to filter the ACP HLB distribution map for commercial citrus, and my class was surprised to see how large the commercial growing region is in Kern and Tulare counties. 1/3 of all fresh citrus in California is grown here. To gain a cultural perspective, students learned that 50% of homeowners have citrus in their landscaping, and in order to help control the spread of the disease, we learned that homeowners need to know what to look for. Using resources from Dr. Elizabeth Grafton Cardwell, an entomologist from the Lynn Cove Research and Extension Center, we learned how the Asian citrus psyllid has a unique brown molted wing pattern and how they feed on the leaves and stems, producing these white, waxy tubules. Since the Asian citrus psyllid is not native, it does not have a natural predator. In our next lesson, we learned how Dr. Mark Huddle, an entomologist from UC Riverside, went in search of a natural enemy for a biological control program. Since Pakistan is a location where the psyllid is native, the Terramyxia radiata was discovered in the Punjab region there. This parasitic wasp lays its eggs on the nymph stage of the Asian citrus psyllid. The nymph dies, and we have one less Asian citrus psyllid in the world. After completing the United States Department of Agricultural requirements for release, researchers began to let the Terramyxia go in urban neighborhoods where using insecticides is impractical. I showed my class a video of a Terramyxia release in Bakersfield, which is about 75 miles north of Visalia. My students studied the climate match using the National Geographic Interactive Map Maker between Bakersfield, California and Faizabad, Pakistan. They used the layering features, analyzing the similarities in temperature, rainfall, elevation, and even discovered an exact 12-hour time zone difference. My students also labeled their maps to show how these two areas share a similar line of latitude 7,700 miles apart. The National Geographic framework outlines how our human journey connects us globally. My students learned how our community is interdependent on the relationships among homeowners, backyard citrus, commercial citrus, and the ripple effect of how invasive species affect ecosystems. The geographical perspectives my students were able to view included an economic lens of California's $7 billion a year economy. If Huanglongbing disease becomes established in commercial citrus, trees will die and jobs will be lost. When looking at the ecological and historical lens, citrus itself is not native to California. The Asian citrus psyllid, its natural predator, are all non-native. By using the National Geographic framework as a guide, I am just now seeing my students develop a sense of empowerment and responsibility.
They know where the problem is, they know why it's there, and most importantly, they know why we should care. They have the knowledge to go home and share with their families, since many of them live in homes with backyard citrus. Part of my school's vision is that successful students value community and participate in a globally connected world. Understanding the local impact and the global impact of invasive species has helped us to meet this goal.